Cellular respiration. In respiration, we take all of that wonderful energy that we stored up in photosynthesis and we get it back out while converting it into little packets of energy that are just big enough for the cell to use for individual tasks. Respiration takes place in 3 stages: glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain. Glyco means sugar and lysis means breaking, so glycolysis literally means breaking sugar. Glucose is split into 2 pieces and we get 2 ATP and 2 NADH out of the process. NADH is one of the kinds of molecules like NADPH in photosynthesis that the cell uses to store little energy and a hydrogen that it will need later. The broken sugar pieces are called pyruvate and they go on to the next stage. When you make ATP without oxygen, it's called anaerobic respiration. It's not as efficient as the full aerobic process, but sometimes you just gotta have ATP however you can get it. The rest of the process takes place in the mitochondria, which, as you'll remember, is a bag full of membranes. The 2-pyruvate and the NADH enter the Krebs cycle, which is super complex and interesting. Remember the Calvin cycle? It's that complex. We put the results of glycolysis and some oxygen in, and we get out CO2, NADH, and FADH, more of those carriers, and 2 more ATP. So far we only have 4 ATP, and now we've used the oxygen. So what's the deal? Remember the light reactions? Respiration's electron transport chain does the same thing. Those carriers we made in the Krebs cycle go into the electron transport chain, a chain of molecules in the membrane of the mitochondria, and they pump hydrogen ions across that membrane so that old buddy of ours, ATP synthase, can use the gradient to make ATP. This is why I call ATP synthase the superstar of the whole show. Before the electron transport chain, we've only made 4 ATP. With the chain and ATP synthase, we now have 38 ATP. It's all possible because of a super complex set of reactions that take place in cells in the presence of oxygen and that amazing enzyme, ATP synthase. Stay awesome!